Apparently, in Iowa, this bottle by itself is worth 5 cents, while in Maine, in Vermont, it's worth 15
It's
cents.
not worth any of that full for me. Anywhere.
Bottled by Paramount Distillers, Cleveland, Ohio, for McLean and Kine, Louisville, Kentucky. This, hopefully, is going to be enjoyed.
Ah,
Jefferson's Chef's Collaboration, a marriage of bourbon and rye. It's a blended straight whiskey, a limited edition by Chef Edward Lee and master blender Trey Zoller. The stuff here on the side of the bottle sounds pretty funny to me. Ridiculously small batch.
okay.
This
Well, not small enough.
This ridiculously small batch limited offering is a marriage of bourbon and rye. We wanted a blend of harmonious flavors with smoke and spice. This is a singular, custom blend, the result of our collaboration and friendship. Here now, but gone soon. Drink up. Drink up.
Just another gimmick from Jefferson's.
Yeah, like, ocean.
I'm gonna guess. So I just looked at Distiller. Normally I don't like.
The way
Normally I'm not a biggest fan of how they present their reviews. It looks like it's mostly a place to sell it. But I might like them now for this. What did I see? Oh, some guest reviewer said mediocre at best, which is par for the course with Jefferson products.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's on Distiller. It wasn't Distiller's
Right.
official.
Right. Their position,
Right.
somebody who is saying. Before we get into the deets over here, in terms of the deets over here, this is batch number 15, bottle 09897.
All that Distiller could get. Said Jefferson's sources their whiskeys from various distilleries. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
And works on small batches to reach singular expressions. Willing to experiment, the Jefferson's team has been working on this occasion with Chef Edward Lee. I don't know who he is.
I don't either.
I can look him up in a
Okay.
second. To create a whiskey that would be great with food. The team does not give many details about the chef's collaboration blend itself, but it is said to have taken months to find the right balance between this blend of straight bourbon and straight rye whiskeys. All they could tell, no age statement. They get 2 out of $5 signs, so that's good. And ABV is
2 out of 5.
46.
2 buddies on a 5 buddy scale. Okay.
Straight whiskeys must comprise at least 20% of the blend, with the remainder comprised of whiskey of any type or a grain neutral spirit,
So like a mutt.
or a combination of the two. Okay, so what does AIDA say? AIDA being our AI wonk.
Discussion.
On the
Assistant.
top it said Jefferson's Chef's Collaboration is generally well received, noted for its sweet bourbon flavor, complemented by spicy.
I would love to have another camera on her when
No,
you could see, the
spicy-
audience could see the boo boo bourbon face.
Spicy rye notes, making it a balanced and enjoyable whiskey. Many viewers, like more than 2 and fewer than 5, appreciate its complexity and recommend it for pairing with bold foods. Now, I'm not trying to cast shade on Jefferson's in
Right.
particular. Anybody who's ever watched 4 seconds of this show knows that I think that bourbon is
If it were the last
should be
last
stricken
beer-
from the planet.
alcoholic beverage on the planet, she would teetotaler.
I would never have another sip. Not that I have any strong opinions or anything.
Okay, it does have a nice color. Kind of a
Limited edition,
orange
which
rose.
makes it somewhat difficult to find.
ridiculously small batch.
Yeah. Okay, let me just see. Edward Lee.
Chef Edward Lee.
Like, there's probably no chef. It's not like it's a distinct name. Sorry, Mr. Lee.
Well, they call the guy on the grill at Waffle House the chef,
Okay, he's a Korean American chef. If he does Korean stuff, I'm all for it. He obviously lost his sense of direction for a moment when he wanted to help make whiskey. Korean American chef, restaurateur, author, and television personality. He's been on Iron Chef. I don't know in what capacity. He has multiple restaurants in Louisville and Washington, D.C.
Huh. Well, that explains maybe the connection Louisville, bourbon,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Including 610 Magnolia.
Okay. On the nose for me, it's a nice average, but maybe slightly above average. So, bourbon
Okay.
with a little bit of like a fresh ream of paper coming through with some fresh aromas.
Okay. I just want to see if they have any description on Wikipedia here of anything of his style of cooking.
Well, let's go back to the whiskey and then we'll follow up with that, okay?
This is a useless page. Top shelf packaging.
Did Aida have any, like, nose, palate,
Yeah,
blah,
let's
blah,
see.
blah?
Sweet cream and baking spice. Oh, that's initial taste. Where is the aroma?
Okay.
Fruit and caramel with subtle notes of vanilla.
Fruit, caramel, vanilla. And almost got graham cracker.
From Jefferson's Bourbon. Date of birth.
Like almost a mix between a graham cracker and a ginger snap.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It's tickling
Here's
the back
from
of my
the
throat.
Jefferson site itself, jeffersonsbourbon.com. A few years ago, Trey, that's the master distiller. Huh?
Telling the audience I'm supposed to sip now.
Okay, well,
Go ahead.
Go.
What'd they do?
Trey was out with a few friends and Chef Edward Lee. As they began to order some different dishes for dinner, Trey and Edward started talking about the pairing of bourbon and food. Specifically, spicier dishes like his, I'm presuming Edward's, Korean fried chicken. Now that I lied.
Yeah, there we go.
This group started tasting bourbons together and realized that they really liked the notes that were brought out in each one. So Trey and Edward worked together to get the right flavors for the recipe. They couldn't find exactly what they were looking for until Trey picked up a bottle of Jefferson's rye and decided to mix it with one of our straight bourbon offerings. So I wonder how hammered he had to be to do that. Okay, so Jefferson's website.
It's near the end of a long night and there's some half-empty bottles over there.
Says that the nose is cherry and oak aromas with a hint of raw spices in the background.
Okay, spices. Yeah, I got spices. But like I said, for me, the nose was more like a combination of really molassesy, graham cracker, and a ginger snap. Fresh, too.
And distiller says the nose delivers medicinal notes and aromas of wax, walnuts, and green hazelnuts. You can sense that there is more to come, more fruits and honey, but it is so far just a promise.
Okay.
Really lame.
Put it for a second taste now. First of all, it's very nice mouthfeel.
Okay, good.
The taste is basically everywhere except the front of my tongue.
Okay.
Nice warm finish. Finishes with caramel vanilla.
Okay.
I think the problem I have with Jefferson is they're so gimmicky that I think they are getting away with charging a price premium when this really should be about a $45, $40 bottle.
Well, I got only $2 signs on a $5 sign scale, so maybe it wasn't as much as you remember.
I don't remember where I got this either. I either got this at CGX or ABC, I think.
Okay. And did you have a temporary brain injury that made you buy another Jefferson's?
No.
Okay.
TBI? Ooh. Total bourbon included.
Yeah. The AI notes say that the initial taste is sweet cream and baking spice.
Sweet.
Mid-palate rye spice emerges.
There's some, I can subscribe
and
to
the
that.
finish is warm, smooth honey finish with hints of charred caramel.
Yeah, I got caramel and vanilla on the finish for me.
Jefferson says fruity, soft, and smooth with peaches and buttery, oaky notes and a lot of rye in the heart. Now that just sounds disgusting.
It definitely is not, you know, obviously because they blended it, but in terms of the flavors that I was expecting, it's not just bourbon, it's not just rye. There are features that are coming through. The bourbon comes through first, the rye finishes it.
But having read this is what Jefferson says.
Right.
Soft and smooth with peaches and buttery oaky notes.
Mm-mm.
I don't see how that description would make me say, oh my God, that's going to pair so well with Korean food or Asian food, even if it's...
Peaches are too syrupy and
even if
mushy sweet.
The only Korean food it's been meant to pair with is like banchan style chicken. None of that says, ooh, pick me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll go soju first.
Ooh, we need to get some soju.
We do.
Thanks to
that apricot soju that we had in Bangkok.
Dell,
and Patty.
Yeah.
Who shared it with me because I was saying, ooh, no, I don't want it. And they gave me a sip, and I went, ooh, yes, I want it.
Yeah, my experience with soju in Songtan City in Osan in 1990, whatever it was nowhere near
as gourmet. Well, they've upped their game. And boy, let me tell you, that apricot soju that I got at Top's store, the gourmet store on the 7th floor of Central World. I shared
Bangkok.
It with you in Bangkok.
In Bangkok, yeah.
I should have found a way to bring 7 cases home. It was so refreshing. Remember they had really...
Yeah. No, didn't you have like 2 bottles or 2 cans?
I had one.
Okay.
Alas.
Rookie mistake.
I know.
Okay. About this.
A little bottle too.
Did distiller have a price on this?
No, not that I could tell.
I think this was running at like $70.
Yikesies.
Maybe $65, $70. And I've had this for a while.
Okay.
It's just never come to the top of the list.
Let me see it. Often distiller puts the price.
Yeah.
Okay, what they have at the bottom here is this other stuff you can look at on distiller. Redbreast Muscatel Wine Cask Edition.
Oh, no.
That's a firm no.
No, that's a hard stop. Yeah. Full stop.
Okay, no, I don't see that. All the distiller says is $2 on a $5 scale.
Well, audience, I'll tell you what. If you can, I would make this a caveated buy because it does have some nice flavors to it. It does have an interesting, as I mentioned, bourbon up front, finishing with rye, then nice warm. To me, the caramel vanilla in the end. They said toasted caramel, I believe. I think this would. Quite frankly, it's not so unique and so wonderful that you would say, my gosh, I'm only going to have it neat or on the rocks. I think it'd be perfectly fine in a Manhattan, an old fashioned, or basically any other bourbon rye cocktail. But the thing that I would be cautious about in terms of my caveated recommendation is the price. Mm-hmm. Most of the Jefferson stuff that I've seen on the shelves, I think, is just a bit higher than what I think it really ought to be sold at, the price it should be sold at, particularly considering what we just confirmed, is they're not really distilling it themselves. They're getting the distillates from other people and putting it together like a IKEA furniture set. So
I can't open this website, but all I can see on the little blip they give you when you're looking is it's a blend of 5, 8, and 14-year-old bourbons and a rye whiskey.
5, 8, and 14. Wow.
So it just seems like people I have a little bit left in this bottle and that bottle, like you said, in that bottle, let's just put it together.
Like an infinity bottle.
Yeah.
So anyway.
How hard would that make? That might be more difficult to maintain the same, maybe it's so ultra small batch because they could never recreate the taste again.
Could be.
I don't know.
Could be. But I mean, they're doing it at a volume where they're measuring it in gallons.
Yeah, I still don't care.
As opposed to doing it here in ounces. Again, like I said, a caveated recommendation to buy. Certainly, if it's any kind of buy recommendation, if you find it at the bar and you're curious about it, ask for a 3-ounce pour and see what you think. That's all I got.
Okay.
Do we have anything else on Chef Ed Lee?
I'm just reading his Wikipedia. Let me see.
Oh.
He was selected as the guest chef at the April 26th state dinner at the White House during South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol's visit to the United States.
In what year? Last year?
2023.
Oh, 23, when
That's
Biden was in office.
awesome.
Okay.
He had his third book was called Bourbon Land.
Oh.
Collects several recipes involving bourbon.
So, yeah, almost sounds like he's not just there to be the pretty face stamp on it. He's got some whiskey credentials.
Yeah, looks it.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Edward Lee's approach to cooking frequently blends the flavors of his Korean heritage and culinary traditions with the ingredients of the southern United States, including sorghum, ham, and bourbon.
Oh, sorghum, yuck, boy.
Wow.
Maybe we'll have
Right.
to see what he has going on in D.C. and go check it
Yeah,
out.
let me see. He owns Succotash. I've heard of that. The first location of which opened in National Harbor, and a second location in Washington, D.C. I've heard of it. I just haven't been. We haven't been.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks for tuning in, y'all. We're just suffering through a little bit of the rebound, wintry, cold weather. We had, last week was just beautiful.
It was the fake teasing spring.
It was a teasing spring. Okay, anyway, 90 proof.
92 proof.
92, no, this is 90.
Well, this one said 46% ABV, so
Well, this one says the
they
bottle
don't
here.
know how to add. Even
Well,
their own website said 46%.
But like you said, they're recreating it
Yeah.
in different
Yeah.
fashions. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, y'all. No merch. We'll have something again
At some point.
at some point. Bye-bye.